Man, that really bothers me. There's a head gasket or something that's allowing salt water to go into the oil. Oh, that's what's in the oil.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pulling into Dampier right now, and I'm going to see if I can't find a mechanic here. I guess what I need to, the first thing I need to do is I don't have a boat to get from my yacht to the shore. That's the number one problem. And so my first issue is to get that engine at least flushed out, get all the crap out of it, try to get as much of the crap out of it so it's got clean, decent oil and a filter on there that we can stand. And then it, you know, I don't know how oil got, I don't know how water got, I still can't figure out how water get in there. I just don't have no idea.
Tortilla for breakfast. Getting very, very low on food.
So this is the Honda guy, and a super, super nice guy. But they are 8 to 10 weeks out here at the Honda dealership in Karratha of getting anybody to look at anything.
Those are kink and everything.
But it wouldn't matter whether it's Honda or Yamaha. Everybody's back ordered on parts. COVID's put everything in a tailspin because everybody wants boats and dinghies and motors. Everybody's going yachting or they're going, you know, camping in the outback and taking their tinnies. And
If it gets too late, we got to turn around and go back down to.
Yeah, I mean, if we can't get this remedied, in the next 4, 5, 6 weeks before our weather window closes to go to the Maldives, we're stuck in Australia for another year.
Yeah, I'll let it float away. I'll let it float away. I'll let it float away. Float away. Float away. Yeah, I'll let it float away. I'll let it float away. I'll let it float away.
So the other day we changed the oil, drained all that salty water and oil out of here.
Yeah.
And we just did that like 2 days ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when you pull the dipstick up,
Oh no.
water's all the way to the top of the dipstick. It shouldn't be past this point.
But
It's
the
all.
dinghy was up.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's sucking water in so fast.
But the dinghy was up. We're on passage.
No.
We used it again.
We
after?
used it after I changed the oil back there.
Oh.
But it should be there.
Yeah.
And it's all the way to there, and you can see rust on here.
Lovely.
I mean, it is 100% full.
Water. Oh my gosh. Oh.
I'm gonna bring the oil can over here.
I gotta hold it right under this.
Yeah, this is gonna get heavy on you.
So you empty the water and
Yeah, empty the water.
fresh oil.
And this time I'm gonna overfill the oil, which you should never do, but because water's coming in there and just it's coming over the top of the oil. So I'm gonna fill this up to where the water has been coming in. That way the water won't come in.
Okay.
And that way there'll be plenty of oil in the engine.
Okay, so we've made some kind of last minute decisions. We have decided to drive the dinghy down to Perth, which is just about a 900-mile day trip. Take it down to the, where are we taking it? The Honda dealership?
Yes, the Honda dealership, Dinghy World.
And we're gonna drop it off, and they're gonna fix it. Keeps them from having to come all the way up here or ship parts up here, so things can happen a little faster. Maybe we can still head off to the Maldives for the end of the year. That's our plan. We're gonna borrow a little bitty tinny from a friend, which is a little boat, and so that the kids will have a boat. They'll have a dinghy on the boat while we're gone, so they'll be here for 3 days on the boat by themselves. Could be scary.
Well, here's the problem. I've been talking to Honda manufacturing. That engine, they've had problems with the oil pan bolts getting hot and cold. and they come out, they stretch. It sucks water into that oil pan. It's all warranted. All right, now I get my dinghy.
Intent Building Contracting. Make sure you contact them right away for all of your Western Australia building and contracting needs.
All right, so we drove like 15 hours yesterday from Dampier to Perth. We got here about 9 o'clock last night. We had some Guzmans. Oh, that was so good. And we've got the dinghy down here. We're taking it over here to Dinghy World right now, where they're gonna, that's the Honda dealership, the official Honda dealership here, that could get to our dinghy motor and figure out what's going on, where they need to put a new engine on it or put a new block on it for the water being in the oil. But we've done our part. We got the dinghy here in 24 hours, and that was the main thing, is to get it to them. And then now it's all on their Honda and Highfield still to get it sorted. So hopefully that all goes good.
It's still winter, and being 1,000 miles south, Perth was cold and gray. But we dropped the dinghy off and enjoyed our time without kids in the big city.
All right, so we got the call from Honda. Jason, thank you for calling me. Number one, so the engine had water in the oil, and that was due to the bolts stretching on the oil pan. I don't know why that heating up and getting cold, and the oil pan gets loose and it sucks water in there. Because I drained all that oil out when I caught it, and I drained all the water out when I caught it, and I overfilled it all with oil. So I filled it way past all the way to the top of the dipstick.
I remember
with
you
oil.
doing that, yep.
So I would displace, so if more water got in there, it would have a hard time displacing the oil that was already in there. That saved the engine block. They said the engine block is in good shape. There's just some minor stuff on the stuff they can clean up, and it's not going to, shouldn't be a problem going forward. He said the engine's in really good shape. They couldn't believe what kind of shape it was in. And so they're going to fix it. They're getting parts, they're going to change the oil pump out and give the engine a what for, and that's where we're going to be at. So
What for?
yeah, I mean, good cleanup, good tune-up, good analysis, and then in about 5 or 6 days it should be back together, and we'll ship it back up to Dampier, and we'll be in good shape.
Sweet, is it? And it's under warranty.
It's under warranty.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
So, thank you, Honda. I mean, we did have to drive 1,000 miles and 15 hours to get it down here, but Honda's come through for us. Dinghy World down here has come through for us to get it put together. The only negative we got going right now is all the transportation companies in Australia, transportation workers, are going on strike next week. So the parts getting delivered out here that they're going to need to fix the engine may or may not get here in the week that we need them to. So that's where we're at there.
This is really the only thing we're waiting on to leave Australia.
That's right.
I mean,
but in 2 weeks we should be out of here.
that's good.
So that's the story.
The next day, we turned around and drove all the way back. So another thing on our list was to get batteries, because our batteries are not lasting very long. They run down at night, and so we decided to go ahead and order new batteries, get those in. That was actually on the list when we got ready to, when we decided we're gonna go to Maldives, let's get batteries, it's all good, and then the dinghy pooped out. So all these things are happening right now, but they delivered them pretty darn quickly. Again, to our friends at Intent Building Contractors.
R&J Batteries out of Brisbane.
Who, what?
R&J Batteries.
R&J Batteries. Out of Brisbane. Our friends at Intent. Shane and Lou, you guys are amazing. I just can't even go there. They've lent us vehicles. They lent us a little tinny. They've just been unbelievable. Oh boy. Bend at the knees, baby. There you go.
CrossFit.
You got a good grip?
Look at those muscles.
Feel that. I thought these were gonna be like car battery heavy. Every guy gets one
Yeah.
per run.
Well, we did this back in, was it Fiji?
But they weren't this heavy.
Really? They weren't?
Ah,
You don't think?
no way.
I remember filming them.
Y'all need any help?
All right, now.
Do they not fit?
Okay.
Just, they're in there, very cozy.
Okay.
So when we got batteries a year ago in Fiji, because our old gel batteries went out, the only thing we could get in Fiji was flooded battery, just standard lead acid flooded batteries, which were these Hankooks, and they are 160 amp hour batteries. And they're good, they just don't hold a charge. They'll hold the amp hours, but they won't hold the 24, you know, they'll drop to 24 volts overnight. And I got 750 amp hours of these things in here. But I had no choice in Fiji. So now I bought the best gel batteries we could find here, and we're putting them in. And we've got lithium coming. We've got a deal with a lithium battery manufacturer, and we're going to be putting that, but they're 6 months out on getting the batteries to us and building our system for us. Now we just got to trade these batteries out. We had to spend some money to get this done, but it's a bridge effect to get us to the lithiums. So that's what we're doing. Those aren't as heavy.
These ain't as heavy. I knew they weren't. I knew they weren't as heavy.
These are way lighter than those.
Move them.
Let's see.
Go.
Oh wow, that smells.
It's a half an inch gone. You gotta do that on both sides, you think?
Don't know.
About as far as I can get it. It just slides up.
Here.
Can you put like a jack underneath that side?
I don't have a jack, honey.
Or just something.
You got me?
Human jack.
Oh, that works.
Okay, there you go.
Now, does it fit though, or is it?
I think it's sitting on its handle right now. Grit up, Jack. Yeah.
So that's
Is that
sitting up on that loop.
No?
Yeah, it's.
Yeah, there's no way it would fit. You'd have to saw both of them off. There's no way we're gonna be able to get these out if we saw that one.
Yeah, we'll just have to stick a strap under it and
Boom!
lift one in.
Let's cut the batteries in half. Surely that ought to go.
Might as well trim them.
Yeah.
Well,
Only trim the ones we need to trim though.
that's all of them. How many other? 8?
10.
10.
Now it's time to wire them up. Last two connectors coming at you live from downtown Dampier.
Where did you learn how to do all this stuff?
My wife taught me.
Exactly. Good answer. Good answer. Good
Good
answer.
answer, good answer. Oh my
Winner,
God,
winner,
good
chicken
answer. I
dinner.
can't believe it. I can't believe somebody gonna do that. How did you learn how to do all that?
I want to shout out to Nathan. Thank you for making this happen on the batteries. And R&J Electric over in Brisbane. You guys are the bomb. Okay, we got them wired up. And so now we just got to turn on the master breaker there and see how we look.
See what happens?
But,
So did you turn them on or?
yeah, they're on. Everything's working.
Oh. I thought it was gonna be like a grand flip the switch kind of thing.
It was a flip the switch, and a grand flip the switch when you're hooking up electrical means nothing goes bang, smoke. It's just quiet. It's a non-event.
The opposite of grand.
Opposite of grand. Renee's looking for the big reveal, and there's just not a big reveal.
Well, I thought things would go, you know, like, I don't know, sound would come on, noise, and beautiful the hum of
Nope, it's all good.
electricity flowing like it's supposed to.
Batteries are in.
I guess we'll know tonight when we wake up in the morning where the batteries are at.
Yeah. I'm gonna leave the generator on all day.
Let them charge up.
Yeah, my batteries get good. Hey Kate, you can pick up all those little bolts and stuff right there.
All right, one project done.
One project done. Dinghy's all we're waiting on now.
Yep.
And it's go time.
Go, go, go across the Indian Ocean.
So let's check the batteries, see what they're doing this morning.
I'm so excited.
I'm so excited.
We have a little fridge that would always turn off in the night.
So the Marine shows that they're at 25.5 volts, which is 80%. 90%.
90%.
90%.
Wow, that's good. So
Yeah, the master volt shows the same thing. Yeah, so 25.55 volts is 90%. So that held 25.57 volts all night, so that's good.